but we will get started. Take this off. I was practicing something before you got here. Okay, head and neck, looking up and down. Relax the shoulders. Few more reps here. We're going for 10 total. All right, I'm bringing it back to center. Oh, we're just gonna let this person in. Hold on. We're gonna look over the shoulder. So keeping the chin parallel to the floor. Leading with the eyes. And again, just going as far as you can. You don't want to force this in any way. All right, back to center. Dropping the ear to one shoulder. Keep going. We're going to hang out on one side. So relaxing that opposite shoulder, you can turn that thumb out. You're going to do half circles to the front. 3 on each side. Good. Back to center, other side. So relax the shoulders, and when you're ready, half circles. So going for 3. You can do this as fast or as slow as you like. I can't really do these ones fast. I have to do them slow, so I don't know if you're in the same boat as me. But anyway, feels good whatever way I do it, I suppose. Okay, big arm circles. So keep those arms straight. Going for 10. Let's change direction. Good. All right, open front and back. You know it. Two more, and then we're going to open to the side. Squeezing the glute to open the hip. Keep going. Let's do one more on each side. All right. Shake it out. Elbows. So bringing the hands in toward the face and then a full extension on the way out. Change direction. Good. All right, for the wrists, we're going to do that one where we keep the palms together. Specifically, you're going to focus on keeping the heels of the hands together. You're just going to bring the hands down till you start to feel a little bit of a stretch through the hands and the wrists. Then we'll rotate those fingers down towards the floor, then back up. So you want to make sure, like I said, to keep the heels of the hands together. Let's do 2 more, and then we're going to hold it here. Again, pressing the hands together, and see if you can just pull up a little bit. See if that affects your stretch a little more. It should. All right, release. Shake it out. Maybe do some wrist circles. Good. Break dancing it out. I like it. Okay, spinal roll downs. With the head, rolling down one vertebrae at a time. You can keep your knees soft. or if you want, you can straighten them. When the hands get to the floor, you're just going to relax your head, neck, and shoulders. You can take a deep breath in. And then when you roll up, again, you're rolling up one vertebrae at a time, keeping the knees soft. Head is the last thing to come up. Good. All right, let's do it again. So letting gravity pull those arms down as you're rolling down. You can get a nice stretch through the back. So this time at the bottom, we walk the hands to one side, press into the floor, getting that nice stretch through the side body. And then we'll go to the other side. Press into the floor. Back to center. Slowly roll up. Good. Feet come out slightly wider than hip distance. We're going to reach one arm up, bend to the side, reach the arm away. Turn that armpit up towards the ceiling if you can. All right, let's come up, go to the other side, reach up, and bend. All right, this time we fold down towards the leg, relaxing head, neck, and shoulders. Keeping the leg as straight as you can. One more deep breath. And then we open it up to the ceiling in that triangle pose or that windmill pose. So if you're on your left leg, left arm opens up towards the ceiling, or your right hand is on the floor. And coming down, going to the other side, just hanging out here, folding over the leg, relaxing head, neck, and shoulders. Leg is as straight as you can get it. Opening it up. So if you're on your right leg, right arm opens up. All right, back down to center. Just coming to the center, we're going to grab the elbows. Just let gravity pull us down. If you want, you can sway side to side, keeping the weight in the balls of your feet, relaxing your head, neck, and shoulders. Bringing it to a stop in the center if you were going side to side. You can bend the knees, tuck the tailbone, and roll up. Good. Nice. Big hip circles. Good. One more, and then we'll change direction. Two more. All right, let's move on down to the ankles. Big circles, as big as you can make them. Change direction, pointing and flexing that foot as it comes around. Other side. Other way. Good. Okay, so moving on, 2 rounds. We're going to do a bear walk forward and back and our shin box diagonal stretch. So we'll review it when we get there, but we've done everything before. For this first round of bear walk, we're just going to do the regular bear walk. So from that bear position, or that downward dog position, with the tailbone lifted, legs as straight as you can get them, arms straight, spine straight. You can start, first just by shifting that weight forward and back from the feet to the hands. If that feels okay, you can start walking it forward, 10 steps forward, 10 steps back. If you want to keep that little shifting of the weight, that momentum going as you walk forward and back, you can. You don't have to. Notice how when you walk back, you really have to push into the arms and the shoulders. Keep those arms nice and straight. Good. Nice. We'll bring it down to the floor. So, just starting from this position with the feet on the floor, knees bent, dropping the knees to one side, so we're in that 90-degree position, both knees are bent. The hand will come out probably in line with the hip. As you lift your hips off the floor, you're squeezing this top glute to really open that hip. Sorry, I'll just move forward a little here so I don't hit my Christmas tree. And then from here, so you're going to keep squeezing, you're going to reach the arm around in a circle. Let's do 5 circles in each direction. Keeping your eye on your hand. Keep squeezing that glute. And when you've done 5 in each direction, you can go the other way. That feels good, doesn't it? I like that one. All right, so setting it up, hand out towards the hip, or I mean you can play with it, whatever feels good for you. Squeeze that glute, and when you're ready, start circling the arm. Keeping the eye on the hand. Nice. Good. All right. For the second round of bear, I'm going to challenge you, if you're feeling like you want a little bit of a challenge tonight, instead of walking the hands and the feet straight, forward and back, you can see if you can cross the leg in front as you come forward. And then as you move back, you cross the leg behind. The hands will still move forward and back, but the feet or the leg, so my right leg is coming through. I'm landing on the side of my right foot. I'm reaching my left arm forward, and then I'm going to reach my other foot across, landing on the side of my foot. So I'm crisscrossing my leg in front. When I go back, it's the opposite. And I cross it behind. Really pushing into my arm, my hand. So you can try that, or you can just do the regular bear. But you'll do 10 and 10. The coordination on this one at first is a little bit of a challenge, I always found. But it's a really nice one to get a nice sideline stretch, especially on that way back, if you can really push into the arm as you send that leg behind. And you can play too with the distance, like how far you cross that foot in front. Like the more you cross it in front, the harder it's going to be. So I just do little crosses. It won't be as bad. You could always start there. All right, Shin Box Stretch. All right, squeeze the glute. Five and 5. Other side when you're ready. Good. All right. Roll and sink. Keep squeezing that glute. I know you forgot, because I forgot. Good. Okay, let's get into those hips a little bit more. We're going to move on. We're going to do 2 rounds of our the stretch, so this half kneeling stretch, where we visit it in the front, then we send it on an angle, then we send it out to the side. So we'll do that one. We're going to do some monk sit-ups because we're doing Turkish Get Ups tonight, so I just want to sort of get the body ready for a full body connection. And then we're going to do a shoulder stretch. So we'll do 2 rounds of those 3 exercises, starting with that hip stretch. So coming into that half kneeling position, back toes are tucked, squeezing your glute, you're pushing into those back toes, and you're going to lean forward until you feel that stretch through the front of the hip. Keep squeezing that glute. So what you can do is you can come forward and back for 5. Then hang out here. Couple of deep breaths. And release, and then we'll take it out on an angle, so about 45 degrees. Keep pushing through those back toes. You want that knee to drive over the middle of your foot. Keep that heel down for 5, and then hold. Release. And then the last one, I'm just going to change my angle here. You're right out to the side. So if your hip bones were headlights, we want those pointing forward, but we're going to now lean or come to the side for 5. This is the juicy one. Holding that last one. Squeeze the glutes. All right, release. Let's go to the other side. Take a breath if you need it. Push into those back toes. Squeeze that glute. We're coming forward for 5. Hold. Squeeze. All right, on an angle. Hold. All right, last one. Check those hip bones. Foot should be in line with that knee. Whew. Good, hold. All right, release. Okay, we're gonna come down onto our back for those sit-ups. Monk sit-ups or a pike sit-up. You might know it as a pike sit-up. Legs are straight for this one. We're gonna point the toes, squeeze the legs. Level 1, you can keep the hands down by your side. We're sitting up, but as we sit up, we're not gonna let the feet come off the floor. So that is key. So you have to bring it to the level that you can do it without letting those feet come off the floor on the way up or on the way down. As you're coming down, notice how I'm coming down 1 vertebrae at a time. And when I'm coming up, I'm rolling up 1 vertebrae at a time. So if that feels okay, I already see some of you doing it, which is great. You can bring your arms overhead. See if you can do it that way. The arms will stay in line with the ears. You're gonna, the arms may shoot out in front of you and that's fine, but ultimately working towards having those arms in line with the ears as you come up and down. So I think we've probably all done at least 5 by now. If you haven't done 5, do 5. And then we're gonna do our shoulders. Are we good? Any questions there? So just a quick note about these as you're doing them and why I like to do them when we warm up for Turkish Get Ups. So it mimics a little bit, or at least maybe prepares our body and our brain for this first portion of the Turkish Get Up. Because when we're coming up on this first part of the Turkish Get Up, you do not want this foot to come off the floor. You want to maintain that full connection. So I'm pushing into the floor, squeezing my leg, coming up. If you start doing this, and a lot of people do it, is they do their get up, the leg comes off the floor. If that starts happening, there's something missing here. So monk sit-ups prepare us for Turkish Get Ups. Okay, shoulders. Arm out to the side, pushing into the floor, armpit connected to the floor, bringing the leg behind. We're going to do 5 like this. Actively pushing into the floor with that arm to get that stretch through the front of the shoulder. All right, holding that last rep. All right, release. Let's go to the other side. Push into the floor. 5 reps. holding. And release. Okay. Let's come into a lizard. So stepping 1 foot forward, keeping that front foot connected to the floor, applying pressure evenly throughout that front foot. Back knee can stay on the floor if you like, or the leg can be straight, pushing through those back toes. You can hang out here or do some circles. Do 5 in each direction. We're just doing this one set of lizard tonight. Make those circles as small or as big as you like. When you've done 5 in each direction, you can go to the other side. Five, good. Do 5 more monk sit-ups or pike sit-ups. Point the toes, squeeze the legs. Good. Yes. All right. Nice. And then for this last round of the shoulder stretch, instead of having the arm out to the side, we'll bring it up on an angle. But we're still pushing into the floor, keeping that armpit down. 5 little taps of the foot. Holding that last wrap. Other side. Good. Okay, so Turkish Get Ups and Renegade Rows for our first portion tonight. Turkish Get Up, I'm going to give you your options. The first time we did Turkish Get Ups in this class, we just did a half Turkish Get Up. So you can stick with that option if you like. We're going to work in a 45-second work interval, 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest. So you might get 3 reps, like 3 to 4 reps. So we're not looking for volume here. I just want you to use those 45 seconds to just dial in the technique, pay attention to what's going on. Maybe by the end of the workout, you're moving a little bit faster and smoother. We start with the legs and the arms out at 45 degrees. If my right knee is up, that's the weight that's the hand that I'm supporting the weight in. So, same leg, same knee, or same hand, same leg. And when I sit up now, I'm coming up on an angle. So I'm not sitting straight up. I'm coming up on an angle, up onto my elbow. Pushing into my elbow, so I'm not collapsed here. Everything is nice and strong. From here up to my hand, lift the hip. Shoot that foot back. So I'm going through this just pretty quickly here. From this half kneeling position, you have to windshield wiper that leg so that it's straight behind you. So you can push up from that half kneeling, good. We reverse it, step back, windshield wiper that knee in, or that foot in. We're bringing the hand down in line with the knee. So now we're going to come back into that leg extended position so the leg shoots back through. Lift the hip, have a seat, come down to your elbow, roll down to your back. All of the steps. So you can choose to just do it to the half get up. So elbow, hand, hip, and then reverse. If you like, or if you want to walk through the whole thing, fantastic. What can I say? If you have any, does anyone have any specific questions about this or any limitations? No, we're good? Okay. Yeah, oh, that's nice, Naomi. That's a nice hip lift. Good. So you can do this, like I said, so we're going to do 4 rounds of this. You can move up in weight if you want. If you want to just start body weight, just to kind of grease that pattern, you can do that. Or you can stick with one weight for everything. We're going to pair it with a Renegade Row. You have an option to do it just body weight, depending on what's available to you. I said we weren't going to do anything with double weight, and I lied because these Renegade Rows are double weight. If you don't have double weight, then you just do body weight. From the high push-up position, pulling the weight up, squeezing the elbow, keeping it in nice and close. We're not going to do the push-up portion of this. Hold on, I'm just going to show you with the weight. So high push-up, pushing extra hard into my feet because I'm taking a limb off the floor. Weight stays in nice and close. Okay, so 45 seconds of this is long. If you get to 10 reps and you want to stop, then that is more than plenty. And then you get a little bit of an extra rest before you get to back to Turkish Get Ups. Okay, so Turkish Get Up right, Turkish Get Up left, Renegade Rows, 4 times. 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest. My timer. Okay. We're good? Starting in 15. So you're going to keep the belly nice and close. You can bring it onto your chest and then press it up. So you have to keep actively pressing that weight up. Squeeze your legs, squeeze your glute as you sit up. Good. So no need to rush it. Doing these nice and slow is just as much of a workout as doing them fast. See, look at that. 1.5. Okay, other side. Okay. So you might only get 1 per side, depending on how fast you're going. All right, get ready for those Renegade Rows. want to add the push-up here, you can, but you don't have to. I want you to just really focus on that pulling motion. So you're squeezing the shoulder blade at the top. Pushing into those toes. Keep going. If you want to stop around 10 or 12, you can. All right. Turkish Get Ups. So at least one full get up here. Keep pushing that weight up, even as you're coming down. Reset at the bottom if you need to. Good. Nice. All right. Other side. So remember, never pulling that weight across your face or around the back of your head. Just get up and move it for the sake of safety. Let's go. Good. Remember, point the toes, squeeze the legs as you sit up. All right, getting ready for those rows. Finish this rep if you need to. Okay, here we go. These 15 seconds are quick tonight. Nice. Good. Good. Okay. Get ups. We're halfway for this part. Going. So as much as you can for these, keep your eyes up at the weight. Again, just for safety. So the only time I take my eyes off the weight is when I'm standing up from that half kneeling position, and then when on the way down. But otherwise my eyes stay up at the weight. In case anything happens and I need to move out of the way, I want to know. Nice. Third round of rows. I'm not too worried about hitting that transition right on the nose. Take your time if you need to. Remember, push hard into those feet so that those hips don't wiggle side to side. You want as little movement through the hips as possible. Good. Okay, last time. Maybe these are a little smoother now. Maybe the pattern feels a little better. I hope so. Definitely shouldn't feel worse. Other side. Last time. Almost there. Nice rep here. Okay. Renegade Rows. And we get a little break. The wider your feet are, the easier this will be. So closer the hands, wider the feet. Keep going. We're close. Looks good. All right. Whew. Grab a drink. maybe 2 weights for this part of the workout. I'll explain. But it would be like a medium weight and a heavy weight. So we have cleans tonight, heavy kettlebell swings, and an alternating side plank, because I love those. The first exercise we're going to do is a clean with a march. So we clean the weight, then we march right, left, right, whatever. Do it again. Try that. You want to see if you can, yes, those abs should be on as we lift those knees. Nice, Naomi, really nice. Good, Thomas. Good. Try a couple on each side. So we're gonna do 5 rounds. Right now you're doing it where you catch the weight on both feet and then you march. As you work through this, maybe round 2, round 3, if you want to start experimenting with catching the weight on one foot and then march, you can do that. Yeah, just give it a try just to see how it feels. But it doesn't hurt to do like a round or 2, just breaking it down, getting a feel for how it feels in the feet. I think we're all barefoot here. Good. Yeah, looks nice, guys. Sweet. So with the foot, you can do, if you can think about it, either keep that foot flexed or pointed. So just try to see if you can just keep that foot engaged in one way or another. So again, just another small little dimension that keeps the body connected. Yeah, cool. All right, then we're gonna do swings. If you have a heavy bell, so for example, I'm gonna do those cleans with the 16, I'm gonna do my swings with the 20. So if you have a heavier bell for the swings, I would encourage that. If not, then just the heaviest bell you have. For these swings tonight, we're gonna do a dead stop swing. So we're gonna set it up, we're gonna swing the bell, then we're gonna put it to the floor. We're gonna park it. Swing, park. Swing, park. So this will force you to reset between every rep, which isn't a bad thing. And yeah, just another way to just mix it up, okay? But a heavier weight if you have it. And then our last exercise. So like that sexy pair that we did at the beginning in the warm-up, we're gonna take this to a side plank. So the foot crosses in front. My feet are still scissored here. So from this high plank position, my foot crosses in front, come up to the side, pivot on that foot, cross the other one in front. Do you see what I'm doing there? Yeah, good. Good. Yes. So I like you're all kind of doing something a little bit different with your arms, which is great, fantastic. I like that you're doing something with your arm. Whatever you're doing with your arm, just like since we are doing something with the arm, we might as well give it an intention. And as we're bringing it back, so like we were doing with that row, we're going to squeeze that shoulder blade. So even if you squeeze it and you're opening the arm or whatever, if you're just stopping here, but just be intentional about it if you're doing something with it. All right, so those are the exercises. Clean march, dead stop swings, and those alternating planks. We're gonna do 30-15. Five rounds. All right, getting ready for those cleans in 15. There were no questions, right? I'm assuming there's no questions. No questions allowed. We're just going. So for now, everyone, let's just do let's catch it on 2 feet and march. Well, I'll do this version for the first round. All right, other side. So remember with those cleans, you're keeping that bell in nice and close. You can imagine you have a newspaper under your armpit. You don't want to let that newspaper fall. Oh, shoot. Catching it on 2 feet. So do you notice, is there a difference in the balance from side to side? I feel like my balance is worse when I'm holding that bell on the left. I'm going to pay attention in round 2 and see. Okay. Dead stop swings, here we go. So it should be a pretty explosive swing when you do swing. You're resetting between each rep, which means you're pulling those shoulders down away from the ears. You're finding that tension through the hamstrings. Your neck is neutral. All right, side plank. Sexy bear style. Here we go. So we keep those hips nice and high. Keep it up. All right, back to cleans. Here we go. So you can start experimenting if you want, catching it on one leg. You can stay with 2. Oh. Okay. Other side. Set it up. Here we go. Nice. Wow, I have to like concentrate extra hard on this side. Isn't that interesting? All right, swings. Here we go. So when you're parking it, see how gentle you can land the bell. So try not to let it smash into the floor. See if you can control that way down. Good. Plank. Side plank. If you're having trouble coordinating this, you can just go do a pivot plank. So from high plank to the side plank, back to high plank, other side. So that's your option. Round 3. Good. Nice. Almost there. Good. I'm getting close to my wall. Here we go. Nice. Good. Oh, sweet. You guys are in sync. Sweet. Swings. Oh, looks really good, guys. Good. Keep that chest open at the bottom. Back is flat. Shoulders down away from the ears. Okay, side plank. Let's do it. Keep those hips high. Almost there. Oh, round 4. Here we go. Okay. Nice. Last one. Good. Here we go. Good. Easy peasy now. Swings. All right, let's do it. Sit those hips way back at the bottom. Okay, side plank. Good. Don't forget to squeeze that shoulder at the top. Okay. Last round. Excuse me. Hope I'm not getting sick. All right, here we go, last round. Good. Yes, yes. They look really good, guys. This is a sneaky little ab exercise. Last time for these. Yeah. Good. All right, last time for swings. Here we go. Yeah, good. Nice. Last 30 seconds. Here we go. Almost there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Good. Okay. Take a little drink. All right. Let's do a little stretch. We'll start in pigeon tonight. So bringing that knee between your hands. Back leg is as straight as you can get it. And you're just going to come to a position that feels good for you. You can play with how much you bend your knee. You can keep the toes tucked or the top of the foot down on the floor. And I just want you to see if you can settle in here. So slowing down your breath. Maybe 3 nice deep breaths here. And if you want to come forward. And we'll go to the other side. One side likely tighter than the other. So it won't necessarily look the same on both sides, which is okay. So again, just slowing down the breath. You can lean forward if you like or not, depending on how it feels on this side. All right, slowly coming out. Let's come onto our belly. Hands under the shoulders or slightly in front. As we peel the body off, keep the eyes up at the ceiling, keep looking back. Keep the hips down on the floor. Coming up until the arms are straight. If you can. Squeezing the glutes and then rolling down. 1 vertebrae at a time until that head is on the floor. And we'll do 1 more like that. Leading with the eyes. And then peeling the rest of the body off. Squeezing the glutes. And then coming down. And from here, we'll push back into child's pose. Glutes towards the heels, reaching the arms out in front. Walking the hands to one side. So if you have your hands to the right, think about turning that left armpit down towards the floor. See how that affects your stretch. When you're ready, you can walk your hands to the other side. All right, and then back to center and slowly come up. That's it.